Keep it on screen. The Zoom.
It's the bottom right of the window.
Shot that. So. You just have to grab.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but now we need to just.
I'll do that.
All right, ready, there.
Okay, I'm calling the meeting to order. Can we have roll call? Miss Jennifer?
Commissioner Sprouse, Commissioner Alexander, Commissioner LaBouffe, Commissioner Costello,
Here.
Commissioner Oleda Reed,
Here.
Vice Chair Meyer,
Here.
and Chair Riordan. We have a quorum.
Excellent. Okay, review of agenda. If there are any items that arose after the 72-hour posting deadline, this is the point in the meeting where a vote may be taken to add the item to the agenda. Does anybody have anything to add to the agenda? No.
Here, if I may I make a recommendation that you table item 6A until the next meeting, since the new commissioner is not.
Okay, do we need to have a public comment or a vote for that?
You can have public comment.
Okay. Then is there any public comment for tabling item 6A?
Members of the public in the chamber, please approach the podium. Members on Zoom, please use the raise your hand feature or dial *9 from a phone.
Okay. Can I?
We don't have any
Okay.
public comment.
Can I get a motion then from somebody on the committee, on the commission to table number 6A to next month's meeting? I so move. I second. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, it moves. All right, public comment. Members of the public wishing to address the commission on matters within the jurisdiction of the city of Seaside, but not on this agenda, may do so during public comment period for up to 3 minutes. Comments on specific agenda items are heard under that item. For the public record, please state your name.
My name is Sylvia Shi. I'm from Seaside, and this is the first time I am attending your meeting. Thank you for having the meeting to improve the neighborhood. I have 2 comments. It may or may not be relevant because I do not know if the Seaside Beach, that area is included as a neighborhood improvement. If it can be, I would like the commission to consider taking that area into your consideration because I go to the beach and it is not very attractive as compared to other beaches I have entered. And sometimes the trash bin overflows. And so, and also en route there, I walk through the neighborhood and there's a lot of trash on the street that may be very hard to address. I am wondering that since there is a function, this highway, they have up the highway block and they clean up the highways. Perhaps we can consider something like adopt a neighborhood and do a rotation so that we have perhaps one person coming out to the street and once a week to make sure there's not too much trash flying around or into the ocean. Thank you so much. We're working on beautifying Seaside.
Sylvia, can I ask you a clarifying question? Which side of the beach do you mean? As you're walking there?
I walked past the Home Depot and going straight.
Then there's the hotel.
Yeah,
That's.
that's the entrance. And then there is a hill going up, and that you can take a walk. That side is okay. It's the side that you go in, there's portable toilets and there's trash bins. And I don't know without money what we can do, but we might be able to do more frequent haul away of the trash bins, maybe. I don't know. It's just not as good. We could put on your thinking hats, see what we can do. Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thank
comment.
you. Appreciate that. Any more public comment?
We have someone online. Linda, you may make your comment.
Hi, this is Linda Cunningham with the Seaside Homeless Commission, but here just speaking as a Seaside resident. I want to support the person who spoke in ahead of me, whether we need more trash bins, more frequent. I'm at, I also know up at Metz Park, a lot of those trash bins are overflowing, and it's just, I agree. I don't like the look of an overflowing trash bin. It really rubs me the wrong way. I wanted to say that the house at at LaSalle, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to bring up the I think it's Yosemite. Where's my map? It's right by on your way to Lincoln Cunningham Park. Yes, it's San Pablo and Yosemite Street. I'm sorry, I had to look that up. San Pablo and Yosemite on the northeast corner. Those people have done such an amazing job on their house. I know you rotate different neighborhoods, different times a year. I just wanted to pitch that house for whenever you're in that neighborhood. And then lastly, and this may be out of your realm, is I'm not sure what's happened at the church at Noche Buena and Broadway. It's on the southeast corner. There's yellow tape blocking it. The driveway's off. It just looks terrible. All that plastic's going to deteriorate. If that cannot be the long-term solution, if that church is closed, I don't know if the city can facilitate helping them with a more permanent blockage of those driveways. If the church really is just closed down now, I don't even know who's in charge of that, but it looks terrible. And you guys have done such a great job of, I'm throwing lastly, those utility boxes, they're like little gemstones. I got this cool like nighttime underwater ocean scene by me, the seahorse down on Del Monte right there by Jose's. That one is just all over town. These little gemstones are popping up. I'm a huge fan of those, wrapping those utility boxes. I hope there's more to do. And those are my comments. And again, thank you for all that you do.
I have a question from you, Ms. Cunningham. What park was it that had the overflowing trash bin? Could you tell us what park that was?
Oh, that's Metz up Military.
Metz Park.
METZ, Metz Park,
Okay,
Rubio Field.
thank
And I
you.
do have to say, the neighbor across the street there at Military, she's done a beautiful job with landscaping around the little cement building, the I'm assuming old concession stand, restrooms. And she and her team have just, maybe it's her by herself, they've just made that really pretty with permission from the city. And it was just beautiful to see a neighbor come across the street and make an eyesore pretty.
And on that house that you were pitching, that San Pablo and Yosemite, You're talking, if you're going up San Pablo, it's the one that's right there on the left, right? On the.
Yeah, the one that's up high, it's got all the steps, dark gray, bright green door.
Yeah, yes,
Would be
okay.
the northeast corner.
Yes, okay, I know exactly which one you're talking about. And I have that, I had that neighborhood this year. I don't know if I'll have that neighborhood next year, but it's usually in February and March. So I'll make sure if I have that, I'll make sure that I put that one in consideration. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, my name is Juliana Fiala. I'm a new resident of Seaside. I just bought a house this year. I'm not 100% sure if this is the appropriate place to be doing this, but trash seems to be a hot topic. And it is also something that I'm very passionate about. I enjoy picking up the trash in my neighborhood. One of my problems, my limiting factors, is that then I have to put the trash in my own bin. And sometimes I get too much trash and then I'm like, but also something that I feel very passionately about is at the Dual Language Academy. There has been multiple times where I've walked by and there is somebody standing there drinking alcohol and like right in front of the school. And when I go by, I actually called the school and asked if they would mind if I picked up trash and left it for them by their bin because I didn't want to get in trouble for illegal dumping. And I did that and I picked up like over 10 different empty alcohol bottles. I picked up a brand new full cigarette. I picked up a lighter that was still working. So if any of the kids at the Dual Language Academy wanted to drink or try cigarettes, all they had to do is to look in their front little lawn. And I am happy to keep picking up the trash there because the school lets me dump it for free, but that's all.
Thank you for your comment, Miss Juliana. Do you, or Miss Fiola, do you have any suggestions on the trash? I mean, you said you don't mind picking up the trash, but then it fills up your bins. Do you have any suggestions on how we could, how we could improve that?
I was just talking to that wonderful lady, and she was giving me some ideas about how I get free extra pickups throughout the year. I've often thought about just calling the dump and if they would maybe consider allowing me to dump for free if it's like neighborhood trash. I'm still brainstorming it.
So do you think you would be, taking into consideration Ms. Shee's comment about maybe doing, adopt a neighborhood? Do you think you would be interested in heading something up like that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I thought it was a brilliant idea. I
Okay.
also like the utility boxes as well.
Okay, great. Well, maybe after, I don't know if you're going to stay for the whole meeting, but maybe we could get your phone number and then we can work with you on that.
I would like that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I appreciate all of your efforts to pick up the trash. The Dual Language Academy, that's an MPUSD school. Have you tried calling the district regarding their custodial duties? I understand that is not your job, but
I didn't. I didn't think of it. The one time I called the school, like I just called the number that I found online for the school.
right.
And the lady said that she did say that that's the custodian's job. But to be honest, I was out there and I'm a pretty fast worker, I think. And I was out there for like 2.5 hours
Right.
picking up trash. So it's no small feat in addition to taking care of the whole school. And then the one time I did call the police department because of the gentleman drinking with his full bottle of Patron outside. And I have since seen him. I've tried to get the license plate number, but it's very challenging to do. But that was, yeah, that's a situation I'm particularly concerned about, just not liking the
Okay.
don't drink in front of a children's school is my opinion.
Absolutely.
I'm just use that.
Yeah, we agreed with you. Yeah. But I mean, I know that when I first came here, my big thing was trash too. So I completely appreciate your comments and I really am glad that you're here and that you're bringing some ideas and bringing this to our attention, because the more people that bring it to our attention, we can let the city council know and maybe, they can do something.
Thank you.
Or us.
I appreciate it. My first meeting, I'll be back.
And email me some information and I can help.
Thank you.
Do we have any more public comment?
Can I ask you one question?
Yes. Please do.
Just want to, good evening, Board Chair. I just want to answer the question, just a little reminder about the Seaside Beach. That area that was described is actually State Parks land. So State Parks has jurisdiction of that beach, so we would have to work with them to make sure that they're coming and addressing the trash and all that comes along with that one. So we can reach out and see if there can be some sort of partnership agreement, but that's kind of improving that area is more than us just going and doing it on our own.
So
They do respond to phone calls, though. You can always do that.
So does Seaside have any part of that beach?
No.
It's all state park. I see. Okay.
Basically, from when you get off the road into the parking lot, it's State Parks.
Okay. So anything we would do to improve, we would have to work with them. I see. I didn't know that. Thank you for that clarification.
It's, I mean, like you can, you look at the little square on the map up there, you can see where it says that one little piece, but that's state parks, even though it's in Seaside, city limits, state parks.
I see. Okay, and there was no more public comment? That was it? Okay, so we'll go to item number 5, approval of minutes. 5A, approval of minutes from July 1st, 2025. Did everybody have a chance to look over the minutes? Does anybody have any changes? Any corrections? So can I get a motion to approve the minutes? All in favor? Aye. All opposed or any opposed? Okay, motion carries.
Vice Chair.
Yes.
Who's the second?
Okay, so we are moving on to 6B, since we are skipping 6A for next month. 6B is review and select the house of the month for August and September.
All right, Commissioner, so we have received a variety of submissions for House of the Month for August and September, so we can go through these. So we're going to be starting with August. So we know the background for the House of the Month award with the commission. So the first submission is 1228 Kenneth. You can see we got a nice house, front yard, landscaping, some palm trees. Then we will go to 1245 Lowell. Jennifer, can you make it the full screen? Nope. So we have 1245 Lowell. And we have 1366 Judson. And I believe all of you have the packets too, correct? Okay.
Oh, no, I don't think we got the packets printed.
Printed out.
We didn't get anything printed out. We just got the email.
Okay.
Oh, it is underneath? Oh, I beg your pardon. Oh. Sorry, Jennifer. It's right here. I got it. Thank you.
And then we got 1300 Judson. And then 1212 Judson. Oh, take that back. So we got 1212 Judson, and then one more, we have 1253 Harding. So these were the ones for August. So 1253 Harding, we're going to go backwards. 1212 Judson. 1300 Judson. 1466 Judson. 1245 Lowell. And 1228 Kenneth.
Okay, let's start with Shanda. Shanda, what are your top choices?
1228, and I like 1227.
Joan?
1466 Judson and 1215.
And what was the other one? 1253?
1215.
1215 Harding.
Wait, we have 1253 Harding.
1215.
You said 1253 Harding, and what was the other one? 66? 1466.
Said right. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the first Judson. 1460.
Okay, so 1466 Judson and 1253 Harding. And Ramona?
1466 Judson. My first choice, my second is 1245 Lowell.
1245?
Yeah, second page.
Oh. Okay.
Tiffany?
Mine, let me think. I kind of like 1212 Judson. So I'm gonna go with 1212 Judson for my first choice. And for my second choice, I'm gonna go with 1245 Lowell. So that means we have a tie.
Well, before I may make a suggestion, because I want to make sure you hear public comment too in this, but let's do September. You talk about it and then we'll do public comment for both and then you can weigh in and then you can make your decision based off any public comment.
Gotcha. Okay, then.
All right,
Let's move forward then to September and we'll start with Ramona.
so we have, when we look at the September, we got 8 Athens,
Thank you, sorry.
2 Athens, 7 Mansell, 5 Maiden. And then 1500 Mescal
And 12.
and 1215 Mescal.
Some nice looking houses.
15 Mescal, 1500 Mescal, 5 Maiden, 7 Mansell, 2 Athens, 8 Athens.
Okay, let's start with Ramona. Ramona, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, what are your choices?
My first choice would be 8 Athens,
Uh-huh.
and my second would be 5 Maiden.
Okay. Joan?
No, you go.
Okay. I'm gonna go with, my number one choice is gonna be 5 Maiden. And I'm also gonna go with 8 Athens. Okay, LaShonda?
Sean, going with 8 Athens
8 Athens
and 5 Maiden.
and 5 Maiden. Joan,
I'm in there with 8 Athens.
okay,
And my second one is 1215. That's
1215 Mescal, okay. All right, so you said you recommended public comment?
Public comment now, and then you can
Okay.
come back and make the.
Do we have we are opening it up to public comment. Come on up.
I'm Sylvia Shi from Seaside. I do not really know the selection criteria. I imagine that it's the most improved. If that is the case, I would like to see the before and after image in order to make a decision on selection. I personally don't have any selections. I just want to make this suggestion. Thank you.
Yeah. Can I speak to that public comment?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there, if there's no other public comment, then we will close public comment. So, I would just like to say, Ms. Shea, that we, she or Shay? She. We, most of the time we stick to the same neighborhoods. So the neighborhood that I've had for a couple of years, the neighborhood that Miss Ramona has, she's had for a couple of years. And oftentimes we do remember what the houses look like, but we don't always have pictures of them. We don't have pictures. We have, we don't drive around taking pictures of every house in the neighborhood. So we just have to go by our own memory and say, oh yeah, I remember that house on the corner that you've nominated. And that is a big improvement. Like, for example, the last house that I nominated was a huge improvement. And Miss Oletta Reed remembered that. And she voted for that house as well because she knew that the owners had done a great deal of work on it. So that's kind of how we do it. We don't necessarily have the before and after. But if you know of a house in your neighborhood and you would like to nominate it, you could let us know or let Mr. Mewis know. And then we will take that into consideration as well. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't sound like there's any public comment on the houses. So since we have a tie for August, should we do a tie-breaking vote on those that tied for first?
The overwhelming tie was, 8 Athens with 4 votes.
Oh, that's for September.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I would,
Should we stick with, start with that one, is that, it's, in like, all the commissioners voted for that one,
yes.
Yes.
makes, I mean, and there was, yeah, I think even the number 2 was.
There was 3 for Maiden.
Yeah.
5 Maiden. 4 for 8 Athens.
So it looks like 8 Athens is the winner for September.
Everyone's agreeing with that.
Yeah. Does everybody, anybody oppose that? Okay, so 8 Athens it is for September, with 5 Maiden being the runner-up. And
2 votes for 12 Judson. 2 votes for 1466 Judson. 2 votes for 1245 Lowell. So 1 vote for 1220 Kenneth. And 1 vote for 1250.
yeah, so
2 for Ken. 2 for Lowell.
no, we didn't have 2 for Kenneth. We had 1 for Kenneth, 2 for Lowell,
There's 2.
2 for 1466 Judson, and 2 for 1212 Judson. So, so when we do a tie, do we just bring up those 3 and then vote on
No,
which
yeah.
one? Okay. Yeah.
There's 3, so which of those 3?
Okay, let's see the 3 again. Let's see 1245 first. Okay, so there's 1245. And then 1466. Okay. And then 1212 Judson. Okay, I'm gonna go around, do a round robin. Let's, everybody tell me your, number one. So, Ramona,
1466 Judson.
Shanda,
12. First.
I'm gonna go for 1212 Judson. Okay, it's unanimous. So, does anybody oppose that 1212 Judson is House of the Month for August? Yeah. Okay, good. Everybody can accept that. So it looks like 1212 Judson is the House of the Month for August 2025. Okay, very good. And for the runner up, well, we had one vote for Judson, 1466 foot. That was it. That would be, yeah.
So it was tied for first. Just for fun.
But yeah, but since we had one vote for 1466 Judson, maybe that should be the runner up.
Because it already got 2 votes.
Yes, but I'm saying on our tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So I think that that should be our runner up. Does anybody oppose that? I mean, it was tied for number one. And it got one vote in
That's
our,
fine.
okay. All right, so that's our runner up there is 1466 Judson.
All right, these were submitted by Commissioner Alexander. So I think we'll have to figure out, I think we gotta get, one of the things we talked about at the last meeting was the communication with the winners, and I think we have sometimes a difficult time. So I think if the commission can go up, make contact and say, hello, I'm so-and-so with the commission, I want you to know that your house was nominated for House of the Month and is being selected. And then that way there's more of a personal connection, we can get them to attend.
That'd be great. I would be glad to do that for Mr. Alexander.
And I think we can get that. My plan would be for this one, we would probably bring the second meeting in October. So we have a little bit of time.
Great.
We can get that. We can still send a letter, we can reach out that way, but I think a little personal touch helps.
And when you send the letter out, just let me know, give me the information you have,
Sure.
and then
Sure.
I'm happy.
And you're gonna take care of that for Commissioner Alexander. Excellent, okay. Great. All right, so we're moving on to item 6C. Set the date for the Neighborhood Improvement Commission Annual Strategic Retreat. Staff recommends that the Neighborhood Improvement Commission discuss and select a date for its 2025 Annual Strategic Retreat.
So just wanted to, I know we had a couple meetings ago, we talked about putting the letters out for the liaisons to push out for the community, to start getting in the information, for the next year's projects. But one of the main things is in order to send the letter out, we need to give everyone a deadline when the retreat's going to be, so that way they can submit it. So I have the draft letter, just need the dates. And then I think it's really important that we kind of get something on the calendar sooner rather than later so we can start this process. I think we're headed in the right direction, kind of shifting, speeding everything up. Now let's keep that momentum going. And I think if we do something before the end of the 2025, I think we'll be in good shape. If you remember last year, our retreat wasn't until March.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's kind of tough though, because we're in September now. And we have the holidays and people are I may be out of town in December. So, I mean, I think the soonest we could probably shoot for would be January. Unless anybody else has any suggestions.
Well, in between the holidays is a great time. In between Thanksgiving and Christmas, early in December might work. If we could find a date that everyone can agree on.
Myers kind of busy then. But I think I agree we should shoot for that, but usually Obermeyer has a lot of stuff going on for holidays, but let's try and shoot for that.
Like December 8th or 9th,
I will say that
Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, we're gonna do it on a weekday?
we did it last time on a Saturday. For like 4 hours. We could hold a special meeting in the evening and do it then that way, or we can,
The Saturday was easier, wasn't it? As far as staff, and I don't know.
I mean, it depends on what
Yeah.
your definition of easy is.
So
Easier to schedule.
December, I think is a rough month for me personally. I think if we're gonna do it beforehand, I think maybe 15 November, Saturday, the 15th of November. It's early enough that gives people 2 months, 2.5 months to come up with their projects. And then we have that Saturday to vet them, and then we can submit them to city council.
We would have a couple meetings where we can really kind of dive into them, because they're going to be submitted to the city council during the budget cycle, right? Like we did this last time. So we will have plenty of time to kind of really get some concrete numbers and really kind of look at it, over the next few months after we get the input. And so, for example, if we decided on November 15th tonight, technically we have 2.5 months that we can, push out there for, inquiries, get ideas back, and then, we should be ready to roll by the 15th potentially. I think that's, 2 months is pretty good amount of time.
Would that be doable for everybody else?
I'm in there.
Shanda?
Sure.
Ramona?
15's fine.
Okay, I need to vote on that.
We would, but also public comment too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's open it up to public comment for having the Neighborhood Improvement Commission project retreat, 15 November. Do we have any public comment?
Nobody online.
Okay, public comment is closed. So, can I get a motion, to have the retreat on the 15th of November at 8 a.m. at Oldemeyer?
8 to noon, correct?
8 to noon?
I motion, so.
You
No,
establish the motion.
okay. So I move that we schedule our fall community, our annual strategic retreat for November 15th from 8 to 12 at Old Meyer Center.
Can I second that as a chair, or does somebody else have to second it? I second. What?
Do you have a question before we?
Oh, what's the question?
Is this tentative because I may have something going on that weekend? Is this tentative?
No, it's not tentative.
Okay.
It's only 4 hours.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not the time, it's the date.
Uh-huh.
Well, would the date on a weekday be better?
No, it's just, I don't plan that far in advance
Oh,
because I can't.
okay.
But okay, thank you.
Okay, so I second that. All in favor? All opposed? Okay, motion carries. Okay, so moving on. 6D, identify date and dumpster locations for fall community cleanup. Approve the date and the dumpster locations for the fall community cleanup. Okay, does anybody have any recommendations for a date?
Yeah.
Start, Joan?
October 11th. I know it's fairly soon, but that's what I have open. I was looking on the calendar. I don't know if what do you think? Is it too?
Well,
Oh, stars are then.
That's right. But I believe your event goes till noon,
Yes. Yeah.
stars.
Stars are in the afternoon.
Right around noon.
Okay. So that would, it could work. Any other ideas? Could be later, 25th.
Is September out for you, John?
Yeah. September 27th, possible, rough. Possible, I could do that.
Okay, so
I could do the 27th too.
27 September.
I could do the 27th.
Okay.
How about you, Shanda? Okay.
Okay.
Lord have mercy. Yep. It looks like the 27th of September. Okay. Can I get a motion on that? Yeah, public comment.
We got a couple actions.
Couple actions, okay.
Date and then the location.
We have to do locations.
So we have a date of 27th September. Now, locations.
I thought they were fine, if we can do the same.
Same locations as last year?
I don't see any
And then-
for change.
Does everybody want to man the same locations that they had from last year?
Yes, you didn't have one, and Shonda didn't have one, and we'll probably need to this time. We're gonna be short.
We'll have the new commissioner, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And Dennis had what? You had word.
Pachetti.
He had Pachetti. So would you be able to handle Pachetti? Okay,
or the new commissioner, and you can be the roving.
One thing I think we need to think about though too is, that is. Looking at the calendar.
3 weeks away, 4 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
We have to get,
Or.
that's why I was going.
Saturday away.
Yeah.
Is that enough time?
Wasn't that Green Waste here? Isn't that the Green Waste
Yeah.
representative? Can we ask her?
She can come up,
And
I'm more worried about giving.
Yeah.
it's city,
The public,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, getting the word out.
yeah, I mean, we can, if we get a date and we select it now, I'm sure we can get the flyer out as soon as possible.
well, I understand your concern, but we have it at the same time pretty much every year. And we've been doing this now for several years. I think the people kind of look forward to it. And so I don't think that giving them 2 months' notice is, I think 4 weeks is fine. I really do.
Chair, as long as we can get the flyers and get it up on the website right away,
Yeah.
you know, as soon as we decide tonight. That's more of a hitch than, and I'm sure Green Waste will be
4
on
weeks
it.
notice would be,
How
4 weeks
effective-
notice would be 3 October. I'm sorry.
Hmm?
4
It's
weeks
four-
notice would be 3 October.
Well, 4 Saturdays. I
We
mean,
have 4
we have
Saturdays.
4 Saturdays.
It will be the 4th Saturday.
I have a question. How effective are the flyers?
Really.
I mean, we use it of course on social media.
Right.
On city news.
But I mean, for,
Depends if the commission is going out and putting them in public places. Right, like, the city does so much too, but if the commission also wants to help push the word out there, like I'm sure you all can share it on your social medias and things like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, Chair, I
Yes.
think a lot of folks, when they come to the dump, they always say, oh yeah, someone gave me a flyer. I read this flyer. That they always tell me that. It's not, I saw it on the website, that's for sure.
Right.
I don't pass them out in the neighborhood anymore. I just pass them out to businesses and social medias
I
and,
do.
and my social media, they get, it gets a lot of response.
That's what I do. I don't pass them out anymore either, but I do post it on the next door app. And so, but I noticed that people that come to the dumpster, a lot of them just see the dumpster. And then they're getting their stuff that morning and they're asking, how long are we going to be out there? So, that to me is, the site, driving down one at Mingo, a lot of people drive down Mingo and they see the dumpster right there. And then it's like, oh yeah, it's dumpster day.
Yeah,
So.
you didn't get a flyer. I
Right.
see it.
But I also think that putting it out on the city's, when the city puts it out at the city council meeting on their city news and their email that goes out, I think those are also very good opportunities to put the word out too. So I like those.
Is it possible? Chair, is
Yes.
it possible, Mr. Mewis, to get it on the, oh, never mind. We don't want the weekly because we'll get other outside residences, outside
Right,
cities.
we don't want it.
Never mind.
Well, I usually ask people if they're from the neighborhood, when they come to the dumpster. I don't ask them for an ID, but I usually do ask them for, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of people I've recognized now, from doing it so many years. I recognize the people,
I think part of it too, we can really, we have one at Mount Market. So
Yeah.
make sure that there's a flyer and at the market and.
For sure.
Yeah. Voting it.
For sure.
Put one in the message box at Chetty, right, because there's gonna be a dumpster there.
Yeah,
Put one,
At the school.
wherever.
I'm right by
wherever
the school.
put.
Exactly,
that's a great idea. And we could actually put a stack. Oh, yeah, the coffee shops.
Another thing too is also send a flyer to the school district. And the school district can send it out to their seaside schools.
That's a great idea. Okay, so we should probably divide and conquer, because those are great ideas. So if we can get a group of flyers, Joan, you said you do businesses, so would you take
Hold on.
Yes?
I think we're getting off
we have
topic
to
now.
first,
We need to stick to what the item on the agenda was, which is the date and location.
Okay,
that.
Then we can,
And we won't meet again and beforehand, so we could email about ideas.
how we're gonna play it out? Yeah. Okay, so let's have a vote then for making.
Did we do,
Oh, public comment, please, on the dumpsters being the 27th September and sticking to the same locations as last year. Do we have public comment?
Good evening, Neighborhood Commission Board and Chair. My name is Bessie Nicolaitis. I'm the Outreach Supervisor for Green Waste Recovery. I'm also the one that this commission reaches out to schedule these boxes. As for the comment earlier about the scheduling, we should have no problem with either dates for September 27th or October. Any dates that work with you will be fine with us. And then I just wanted to comment that last year for September, it was scheduled for September 28th, just to confirm what date it was last year. And then also for consideration for the placement of the boxes, the 230 yards we had at Mouse Market collected 1.67 tons and 2.94 tons. And one of those boxes, they did had an additional $27 charge for a fridge. So that might be something to consider where you're picking to put the boxes, who usually dumps what. The other 30-yard box that was charged was the Highland Otis Park box. That one collected 2.49 tons. That one did also have a $50 treated wood waste fee. I'm not sure what item specifically led to that charge, but that is something to consider. And as always, Green Waste does donate 2 30-yard boxes. One of those was placed at Ord Terrace School and the other was Pachetti Dog Park. The one at Ord Terrace School collected 3 tons and then the Pachetti Dog Park collected 1.31 tons. So it's up to the commission which boxes they would like to be selected as the donated ones. We're flexible on that. As we saw for April 2025, the Ord Terrace School collected the 3 tons and that was the one that was not charged because it was donated. So we can adjust based on that. But that's all I had for comments.
So you said that the Ord Terrace was 3 tons and the next heaviest one was at Mel's Market?
Correct.
or Terrace, either one, they're the same.
So one of the donated ones was the Ord Terrace one, that is the 3 tons, that was the highest. The other location was Mouse Market. This one was one of the charged ones, but there was 2 30-yard boxes at Mouse Market. So one collected 1.67 tons, the other collected 2.94 tons. And that was the second highest out of the 5.
So I think we should have maybe one free one at Mouse. Thank you. So much information. This is so nice of you.
Yeah, that's great. And would you be able to provide us with an updated list of the prohibited items or the items, not just prohibited, but the items that will be charged for?
Yes, I can do
So
that.
yeah, maybe we can get that emailed out to all the commissioners. That'd be great.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have any other questions for this young lady? Okay.
Would, yeah, I have a question. Would Green Waste, make a consideration to have another box? Maybe next year?
To clarify, you mean another box donated?
Dumpster?
So the reason we donated two was part of our contract. So there's actually a page that I believe is missing that we have addressed in past meetings. So we only donate two and the rest would be charged. An alternative to that would be, because I see that one of the 30 yards only collected 1.31 tons. For the ones that are charged, you could downsize it to a 20 yard and that would reduce the overall cost and collect the same material.
Okay.
And that 1.3 was at Pacheco, right? Pachetti Dog Park?
Correct, yes, Pachetti Dog Park.
And you said we could reduce it to a what size box?
So all the boxes, all five were 30 yards for April 2025. A size that you could downsize it to would be a 20 yard instead. And the way Green Waste charges, just to clarify, we do charge based on the box size per pull. In this event, you would only pull it once. And then we charge per ton additionally. All boxes were disposed as trash, so each one was about $90 per ton.
Okay.
Um,
Did you happen to have, historically, do you know if that box at Pachetti Dog Park has been historically, lighter than the other boxes?
I don't have the number in front of me, but I can definitely provide that.
Yeah, because, if it's been historically low, then I think that we should, as a commission, consider doing a 20-yard box instead. That could save us some money.
Yep.
And then going forward, we might be able to utilize that money on maybe an additional box, or maybe doing 2 20s and a third, a sixth box.
The extra mouse could be a 20 yard as well.
Yeah.
Cause we don't have one in the middle of town anywhere.
And where are you thinking about when you say the middle of the town, like down by Trinity or something? By that park down there by Trinity?
There, as well as just up above Fremont, Amador-ish area.
Oh,
Amador crosses Fremont as well, but just on the top of Amador.
well, we don't have anything south.
Yeah, I know we
Or
used to have
west.
one down there on Amador by the church. It was an empty lot. Cause I
Remember
And
we
that
looked
one.
into this and couldn't get permission, or there was something that, or it didn't fill up. I can't remember. Yeah.
was at that one. It filled up.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about that, Mr. Mewis?
Before
It was before his
Okay.
time.
I remember when Alex,
It was
And-
City Hall. He had one at City Hall or something.
yeah, City Hall too, but I remember like one of the boxes down there, 'cause one time I had manned.
Sorry. One time I had manned one down there, kind of around the basketball courts. Or is it the tennis courts? Is it the basketball courts down there?
Down by the church?
Yeah, the
Basketball.
basketball courts, yeah. And that was dead. That was dead. I remember the one time
I manned one there by the church on Amador. And it was filled. So maybe
it's
there's
kind of
another
hit and
box.
miss then.
Well,
But anyways, that's something we should consider.
Could we maybe consider that for next year? 'Cause we have
Absolutely. I was
just a
just
short
gonna-
time until this comes up.
I was just gonna make that suggestion. So
But in our notes.
for right now, we're going to possibly consider a 20-yard box for Pachetti Dog Park. And we're gonna
The
keep
second one at Mal's as well.
yeah, oh no, because that was 2.94.
No, that's one of them, and the other one was.
Was 3.
1.6.
No, she said,
No.
was it 1.6 at Mal's?
Correct, yes, one of the
Oh,
build boxes went 1.6.
okay, then yes, I would agree with that. So then, okay, what we're talking about is the free one free one and the free ones will be the big ones, the 3-yard boxes, right? The 30-yard?
Correct, yes, they can be 30 yards or less.
Okay, so we would like the free one at 1 30-yard free one at Ord Terrace and 1 30-yard free one at Mal's Market. correct?
Yep.
And then we would like a 20-yard box at Mouse Market and another 20-yard box at Pachetti Dog Park. And then I think we can still stick with the 30-yard box at Highland Otis.
Yep. Perfect.
Now, can we have somebody motion that for vote?
Public comment is still open.
Oh, public comment is still open.
Because
We're done with Representative Relay.
Okay.
Right.
Do we have any other public comment?
thank you so much.
Okay, public comment is closed. Thank you very much, Mr. Wewis, for keeping me on track. Do we have, can I get a motion?
It's gonna be a rough one.
Yeah. That's for next,
No, it's for the 27th.
I understood it to be that the options was gonna be for next year, though.
That's
we
the
will.
6th one, another
Oh,
location.
okay.
So for this year, I'm going to make a motion for the dumpster locations and the date. So the date will be September 27th of this year from 8:30 is when we usually start, so 8:30 to 12:30.
Uh-huh.
There will be a 30 cubic yard at Mal's and at Ord Terrace. Those will be the donated ones. There will be a 20 and a 20 at Mal's and at Pachetti, and a 30 at Highland Otis.
Or Go ahead, sorry.
I got Ord Terrace with the big one, the free one. And that's the whole motion, I believe. So we have the locations and the size and the date
And the time.
and the time. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay,
All in favor?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. All right, moving on. Thank you very much, everybody. Reports from commissioners. This is a time specifically set aside for commissioners to make brief comments of general interest to the community, make requests that items be added to future meeting agendas as necessary, and report on committee assignments. Okay, I'm going to start with Shanda. Joan?
Oh, I got some. I've got to always say something wonderful about Oldemeyer Center, because every time I'm there, there's something wonderful going on. And I now have a lot of quilters coming in on our one Thursday a month, and it's the same Thursday as the big luncheon, which is just wonderful. And everyone's coming from all over the peninsula to our town to do this event, and they're like, this is Seaside? What? It's wonderful. It's everybody's so nice there. We have new tables. What? And it's so convenient. All of the staff is nice, and there's always so much going on there. So kudos. And also the new mural is up. If you haven't seen it, it's finished. There's 3 that are completed now. The one I'm totally attached to is the dancers. But go in and just walk around and just enjoy. There's also a new Seaside Artists exhibit going up at the Oldemeyer. And a bunch of Seaside artists will be in there. That just went up Saturday. And this coming Saturday, Seaside artists are all over town. There are brochures in City Hall. It's on Facebook, Seaside Artists. And we now have 32 artists out giving it, you can take a tour of all the artists' stuff. It's cool. Do I have another one? And the fair it's not a Seaside thing, but it was quite interesting. The home arts in the fair is wonderful. Those are my comments. Thank you. Got anything?
Oh, Ramona left.
She had to go.
So I would just say that I went to the Exotics on Broadway and the Concours de Le Mondes. And of course, the Concours de Le Mondes was always great. it's really went done well. The only thing, and I know it's difficult, and it's just the goose poop. The goose poop is difficult, because we walked around City Hall so we could have a higher look, an overview. And, it's really hard, I think, to clean up that goose poo. It's unfortunate that we can't, round them up or something, but anyway, just at least for the time being, it's so the night before they can't come and roost there and poo. But it was really good. And the Exotics at Broadway was packed. I could not believe how many people were there. That is a really great event, but I didn't think there was as much on Broadway as there had been in the past. It seemed like everything was in the fenced-in area that you had to pay for, and that was a little disappointing. I was happy to see that it expanded, and I thought that we could handle the expansion. I thought that we had tons of people, but I think that that it would have been nice if there was a little more on Broadway that was free. And I didn't notice that a lot of the businesses had things going on. They were inside, like there was a couple restaurants that were open, but they didn't have I don't know if they could or if they were allowed to, but it didn't seem like they were really well prepared. You know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't go to every restaurant, but I just kind of ducked into a few, and they just it didn't seem like they were ready for the amount of people that was coming, coming to their facility to eat. So, I mean, I don't want to, be a Nelly naysayer, because I think it's great. And I think it's great for Seaside. I just think that, some critiques are always for improvement, are always beneficial, because it helps identify areas where we can improve. So that's the only report that I have. And do we need public comment on that? Okay, so then I think we can, reports from staff.
So I can just elaborate a little bit on your comments about exotics. I'll just say that yes, it was a couple different changes this year from last year. We've already been in talks with the organizers. They have their list of improvements, right? When you make a change, there's definitely some areas that they're looking into. So a lot of the things you said has already been identified. There's a lot of other things that have been identified. So we are going to be coming with a more exhaustive list of how that event can improve. In regards to the restaurants, a lot of them, they all do about it. And the challenge is they can't go out on the street unless they want to go and get a new health permit. So a lot of them opt to stay inside their restaurant. So that's kind of why you get seating and stuff out that way. I will say that there was 23,200 people that attended that event.
Wow. Is that, how did you get the count?
I have a data solution that I pulled.
Is that higher or lower than past years?
About 2,000 more.
Okay.
So, like it is growing, and there's definitely some areas there. I just want to thank the commission for attending Blues in the Park. We haven't met in a while, so appreciate, being out there and enjoying that. The rec, we got a lot of things coming on. We talked about, we got Walk by the Sea, which is going to be out here at the end of the month. We have Seaside Stars, which is going to be on October 11th. And then City Birthday too, you'll like it. It'll be at Oldemire. We got some little surprises about the murals, so that'll be good there.
When's the city birthday?
October 13th. Other than that, I just appreciate the commission. This always doing a lot of great stuff for the community, and I'm looking forward to the big pieces that we have here. I did also have a meeting today with Public Works in regards to the projects that were approved this last fiscal year. So Public Works is putting out a plan, so we're going to start working on those. We had a comment about the utility boxes. We're looking to see how many more we own that we can do. And then we're going to be reaching out to PG&E to see what the plan would be to start potentially doing some of those boxes and try to get as many. So other than that, we're constantly moving, and we're looking forward to what the next year's project list.
I have a question of you, Mr. Mewis. Were you finished? How do we find out, like, for example, on Broadway, AT&T has that building there and it's got some patches on that building. It's got a big old fence around it and it's got some patches like where it had graffiti or something. And it doesn't look very attractive. And then there's another fenced area. It looks like some kind of party promotion area. It's on I think LaSalle or San Pablo. It's got a fence there and it's got those plastic things that go in between the cyclone fence so that you can't really see what's behind there. And how do we find out who owns these businesses so that we could maybe talk to them as a commission or send them a letter and ask them about some options for improving the look of their facility?
You know, we can look into any kind of some process to see who the center of are. The AT&T building, that's one we've done similar. We reached out to them for another facility they had.
On Noche Buena,
I think so,
painting it.
and they did some work for that one, so we'll take a look at that and see if we can contact them. Is that the same as the razor wire too? The cyclone?
I think so. It's, yeah, right there across from Paris Bakery.
We had one, I did bring that up actually with Public Works, I got an email about it too, so, they tried to look at that.
And the other one is right, I think it's right there on the same street as Dollar Tree. So I think it's just up from Dollar Tree and it's, so when you're going up, it would be on your right. And it just, nothing at all. So can we do anything as a commission? Can we at least reach out to them or?
I did with the PG building, so he bugged them, I mean, he bugged them, not sure.
Okay. I need to find out who the owner is. Maybe I could email that to you. Okay. All right, then I think we can adjourn. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for attending. Oh, do we?
No, have to be.
Okay. Thank you.